What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Paul. This is the Leeds Therapy. Thank you as ever for stopping by. I really do appreciate it, and I hope you are doing well. Today's video that we are going to have a little chat about, as you can see by the massive amount of information that is on the screen, this is my player of the season, and I have given this a lot of thought, and I'll get into a few more details on it, but overall, I want to give my player of the season to Ethan AMPADU. Now, I know there'll be some other people that might think differently to me, which is absolutely fine. You know, this is just my personal opinion in what I think and how I think it should go. So what I wanted to do was just give you kind of like the overall headlines and everything. As you can see, there's various graphs and stuff on the board that you can see there. So looking at it for AMPADU so far this season, 33 appearances, nearly 3,000 minutes played, 1 goal, 1 assist, 2 goal involvements, and he's also had been in Team of the Week 3 times as well this season overall. If you have a look at his player radar that you can see over on the left-hand side, this just kind of gives you an idea of how he plays the game, and just in terms of what it scored or in terms of involvements and everything. So when you look at goals and shots, touches in the opponent's box, aerial duels won, positions won, defensive actions, touches. I think that dribbles. I think that's dribbles. Dribbles attempted, and then chances. You can see he rates extremely highly overall for players in the Premier League, and he's done very, very well as a defensive midfielder. His statistics are absolutely ridiculous, just in my humble opinion, in terms of just the way that he plays, what he looks like, all of that kind of good stuff, which is no more kind of contributed than when you look at his actual heat map overall, the ground that he's covered over the season, the ground that he has maintained. I mean, you couldn't wish for any more of a central defensive midfielder than what you're looking at there in terms of the box. The thing that is funny is, obviously, there's the long throw side of it when you look at it. So there's 2 red lines, top and bottom, where he's been doing his long throw-ins as well. So obviously that's key. But he has literally covered every blade of grass that there is humanly possible to look at. Looking at a summary for the last 12 months as well, he very, very rarely scores below 7 overall. So this just looks at absolutely everything, shall we say. So he ranges from a 7.7 for the month as an average being his highest. That was in, interestingly, March this year, down to a 6.5, which was in July, back end of last year. So you're looking at just the back end of the championship, but just as a 12-month period overall, his levels have been absolutely fantastic as a player that we thought that might not make it in the Premier League, just given his overall history and when he's been, you know, relegated and other little bits and pieces. He has actually done fantastically well for us this season. He is really grown into the role, I think, is a fair comment to make. He has just been awesome as a captain as well, but I'll get into that in a little bit more detail afterwards as well. So looking at his positional wise, he's played midfield, central midfield, defensive midfield, and also centre back as well. Strengths wise, positioning, consistency, tackling, weaknesses. He's got no outstanding weaknesses, which is, you know, for a player that's having his first proper furore into the Premier League, you know, and as captain as well. So he's got a standard that he needs to set. It's phenomenal. It's just absolutely phenomenal. I just love the guy. I just think he's just an incredible footballer for me. I love everything about him. And then the more kind of statistical details that people like me to go on to. So he's got 1 goal this season. His expected goals is 2.5. As I said, he's played like 3,000 minutes. No goals per game, basically. He has at least 1 shot per game. 0.2 of those are on target. 3 big chances missed. He's got a 4% goal conversion. No penalty goals, no penalty conversions, no free kick goals, no free kick conversions. He's got his 1 goal from inside of the box. That was the one against Crystal Palace. No goals from outside of the box. No headed goals, obviously. No left-footed goals. 1 right-footed goal. And he has actually won a penalty this season as well. So, you know, that it's important to note out that's attacking. He isn't an attacker, so I wouldn't expect those to be as high as that. from a defending wise, interceptions, he has around about 1.5 to 2 interceptions per game, between 2 and 3 tackles per game. He wins possession half every time in the final third. He has 5.2 ball recoveries per game as well. He's dribbled past maybe one person per game. Clearances per game, roughly speaking, in and around 2.4. He's had 0.5 block shots per game. He's had 4 errors leading to a shot. Interestingly, none of those errors have led to goals. So he's actually either been backed up by his defence, or he's sorted out the errors that he's made himself, which is, again, is a really good, notable thing to think about. And only 1 penalty committed as well. 9 yellow cards so far this season. Never been sent off, which is a really, really, really good thing to see. Passing wise, so this is where it starts to get a little bit more interesting. 1 assist, his expected assists is 2.2, touches 67.8, so 68 touches per game. 1 big chance is created, 0.6, so pretty much 1 per game. Accurate passes, 42.1% accurate passes, 85% accuracy. In his own half, that's 22.4. That's 92% accuracy, which is what you would expect from a central defensive midfielder. He is, levels-wise, it's very, very high, and it's what we really, really like to see. In the opposition's half, it's 19.7, so around about 20, and that's an 80% success ratio per game, that's, again, phenomenally high. 52% accuracy on his long balls, which is around about 2 to 3 per game. Chip passes, 1.4 per game, which is a 55% accuracy. And accurate crosses, 0.3, 36% overall. The other ones, which is the ones that I really like to have a look at. So, successful dribbles, 0.3 successful dribbles. His total duels won is, roughly speaking, in and around 5.3 per game, which is about a 63% success ratio. Ground duels, he wins in and around 3 to 4 ground duels per game, 63% success ratio. Aerial duels won, between 1 and 2 aerial duels per game, 64% success ratio. Possession lost per game, 12.6. Fouls per game, 1.4. He was fouled 1.1. He's never ever been caught offside either, which is an interesting statistic in itself, I suppose, to look at. But for me, and again, just transfer history-wise, he came into us 8.1 million euros. I'm going to talk about from euro-wise because that's just how SofaScore do it. But his current transfer value has shot up since coming to Leeds and since his performances, particularly over the last 2.5, nearly 3 seasons. His value is now sat at 23 million euros. I would hazard a guess that it, just given off recent performances, that it would be, slightly higher than that. And we talk about it in terms of crunch times within the season and stepping up to the fore. He's not solely responsible for the recent form that we've been on, but, he's in and around and involved in it. So you've got that recent form graph that we've got, so for the last sort of 10 games. So a win against Norwich, draw against Crystal Palace, draw against Brentford, win against West Ham, the big one, the win against Scum at Old Trafford, the win against Wolves, the draw against Bournemouth, loss against Chelsea, that's the semi-final though, the win against Burnley, and then the draw against Tottenham. So within that sequence of 10 games, that's 5 wins, 4 draws, 1 loss in the last 10 games. And things that you want to see your captain do. You want to see your captain step up to the mark. You want to see your captain do everything that is humanly possible for him to do and just bring it home, which is what he does. He understands what it is to wear the badge of Leeds United. He conducts himself off of the pitch phenomenally well. I think, his work that he does in the community is really, really good. He gets what it is to be a Leeds United player. He's facing the challenge. He doesn't pull out. He went looking for Hannibal in the game against Burnley, which I absolutely love. He dog-walked Enzo Fernandez at Ellen Road. He did the same thing to Casemiro and Fernandez at Old Trafford. Just standout performances from him. He is a proper leader on the pitch. He talks to everybody. He G's everybody up. He does everything that you want to see. And like I said, you listen to what he says on match reactions or when he's being interviewed, and just the little bits and pieces that he does say. So, like, for instance, the game against Tottenham is a recent example. He said, there's a level of responsibility that comes with wearing this shirt, meaning the Leeds United shirt, that we have fans that we have to play for, we have a club that we have to play for, and there's none of this switching off. And he knows that he's the example that needs to be set. He knows that he is the shining example that everybody looks towards. I just love everything about him, his range of passing, fierceness in the tackle, being able to get back, being able to break up play. Just his level of consistency this season for me has been absolutely brilliant to watch. And you know when he's playing that he's not going to shirk anything. He's always going to give, and I know it's the fabled 110% thing, but he's always going to give 110%, which is exactly what you want your captain to do. He is an example to everybody else. And it is funny when you think about it. Who would have thunk it that a Chelsea boy coming to Leeds would end up being in the position that he is? He's loved by everybody. He is an absolute fan favourite. And like I said, he knows how to put it down for Leeds United, and he knows what it actually means. His powers of recovery when he gets injured are phenomenally good. You could argue that he gets brought back a bit too quickly at times, but he's there, he's ready to go, he's fit enough, he's ready to step on and do what needs to be done, and he knows how to put an arm around the other players. He's just an absolute shining example for me, and it's why I've picked him as the player, for me, my player of the year for 2025, 2026. I just think he's been brilliant this season, and it's more down to his level of, his overall level of consistency and how he's performed. It's just been phenomenal to see. It's been great to watch, and long may it continue, particularly in Leeds United colours. It's what we want to see. You've got your obvious honourable mentions that go in with that as well, because it's not just him, it's the whole team. So you've got your Goodmansons, your Bogles, your Stacks, you've got your Okafors, you've got your DCLs that have all stepped up to the mark. Everybody, just everybody within the team has stepped up to the mark for me and done really, really, really well. The backline defence of Rodon, Biol and Struijk has been fantastic, but who's covering the first line of cover for that defence? It's AMPADU. And that's what's really, really good to see. His versatility as well is quite good. He can slip into a back three or a back four if it's needed. I just love watching him play. For me, he's a bit of a throwback player as well. I do love watching him going to crunch into somebody. I do like he doesn't take any crap from anybody as well. If somebody starts giving it the big lip, he's in there to defend his teammates. He's in there to defend everybody else. I love the fact that he went over to, sort out the team talk during the FA Cup semi-final, and he pissed everybody off. But that's what you want to see. You want your captain to be a little bit of a shithouse, but you want your captain to stand up for your team, and he does that 100%. Every single time he puts on the shirt, he never lets anybody down for me, and I love everything about him. I love everything about him as a player, and just he's been for me fantastic this season, and I've absolutely 100% enjoyed watching him. I've been fortunate enough to go to a lot of games this season, and just watching him play is brilliant. And it's something that I would encourage. This is something that I always talk about. I always encourage people to do this. If you're not sure about a player, watch them play. For a little 10-minute spell, just focus on them. Don't focus on anybody else. Just focus on what they do. You look at him when he receives the ball, he's always looking over his shoulder and looking around to where the ball can go to next, where he can get it out of his feet, where's the best, safest pass to make sure that the possession is retained. Just everything about him is just his positional sense, and just his movement to create space on the pitch as well is just brilliant to watch. And like I said, I just would encourage you to watch him play. That's going to do it for this one, guys. I just wanted to have a little chat about my player of the season, which is Ethan AMPADU. I know people might disagree with me, and that's absolutely fine, but I just love absolutely everything about him. Just a great, great, great player. There's nothing more to be said about him. That's going to do it for this one, ladies and gentlemen. If you've not done so already, please make sure that you subscribe to the channel. So turn your notifications on. Make sure that you're commenting. Make sure you're hyping. Make sure you're liking the video. If you're listening to the audio version of this, please also make sure that you are liking that for me as well, because that just helps with the algorithm side of stuff. And if you just look down at the bottom right-hand corner of your screens down here, that is my little Finalysis guy. So I am technically a respected Finalysis. Didn't even know that was a thing. But if you want to follow me on there, and it's great to get involved with it. So it's free as well, the Finalysis thing. It's fans critiquing their team, and it's not by other people, it's just by the fans that are critiquing their team, and it's a really, really good, useful tool to go and look at. There's some great people on there. Jer from the Leeds View is on there. Big Lou's on there. It's great to get on there and just see what other people are saying, and you get the chance to rate all of the players as well after the game, I should say, and you get to write little bits on there as well. But if you want to follow me, Leeds Therapy, all one word, capital L, capital T. Like I said, Ethan AMPADU, my player of the season 2025-2026. Take care of each other. Most importantly, please take care of yourself. And I will see you on the next one. Thank you so much for your time. I really do appreciate it. Take it easy. Cheers.